August marks National Hair Loss Awareness Month, and many think of this as something that mainly men experience, but affects plenty of women as well. In fact, a study from the National Institutes of Health found that female pattern hair loss affects roughly 40% of women by the time they turn 50. And that can be caused by a variety of factors, including genetics, hormonal changes, damaged hair follicles, stress, and certain medications. Dr. Jessica Shepard joins us now. She is the chief medical officer for HERS, which is a telehealth company specializing in healthcare as well as wellness products for women. Dr. Shepard, thanks so much for being here. I think this is such an important topic, and it affects people on so many levels. But first, how is hair loss different in men than it is for women?
Well, when we look at women's hair loss, one, the area in where they lose their hair is slightly different than males. Usually women will lose it more in the frontal, kind of around the edges. Different to men, we're usually in the middle and the top of the head. But like you said, there's so many different factors going into hair loss, but a lot of that actually has to do with emotional impact as well when women have hair loss.
Yeah, when you bring up that emotional aspect of this, there is such a stigma attached to hair loss in women for so many. What is the emotional toll for women who are going through this? Because it's almost tied to your identity.
I think that when we look at society, hair does have a lot to do with a woman's identity, and not necessarily that they have to pay attention to that. But when it happens, a lot of times it happens at pivotal moments in their life, such as with postpartum or in the perimenopausal phase or menopausal phase, because there's a lot of hormonal shifts which actually contribute to that hair loss as well. So when we look at the emotional aspect is when it does start to happen, then what do I do? Who do I go talk to? And so that's the stigma that's attached to it. And then also they're going through very pivotal times in their life, which can also play an impact on how am I going to go talk to my doctor about this? And I'm not feeling the best that I can feel right now.
So what are some treatment options for women who are experiencing all this? Is there anything that they can do on their own in order to combat this?
Yeah, I think one of the things that women can actually do is a pivotal time that they can go then talk to their doctor about are there other causes that are doing that, such as hormonal changes, nutrient deficiencies, but also the actual hair process in aging can also decrease the blood flow that's going to the hair follicle. And I always say to my patients when they come in and talk to me about hair loss, the sooner the better. And then also looking at treatment options and making sure that you look at the full array of what can be done, whether it's with lifestyle, stress, like you mentioned, coming in, and then also for medications and looking at maybe topical medications or oral medications such as minoxidil.
Is that more about preventing more hair loss or actually reversing it?
It's more at looking at the hair cycle. There are different phases of the hair cycle and growth and then what we call regression. So it's that balance between the two. But minoxidil, say, you know, as a medication, actually increases blood flow to the hair follicle and relaxes kind of the blood vessels that are going to impact hair growth. So looking at that balance, how do we increase the balance that's going to promote hair growth and decrease the hair loss?
And knowing that you have some agency to make some changes. Dr. Jessica Shepard, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much.